And I just wanna tell you how I feel. I'm pretty sure everything's been said. Someone else come around, my brain go dead. Rushing in familiar territory, leaving things unread.
What's good? It's your girl, K.E.
It's your girl, Consuela.
Ooh, just keep pulling back on us.
Yes. In the comments, subscribing. Oh, and we forgot to tell them from last week. We hit our 100.
We did.
Subscribers. Thank you all for 100.
Hey, what the lady say on that TikTok? You are our top level employee. That's what it's giving.
Oh my gosh.
We
Well, we appreciate
100.
y'all. Like we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for that.
Hey,
It means a lot to us.
When you said 100, and I'm thinking, oh man, let's celebrate it. I started thinking about all the negativity and like possibly celebrating 100 subscribers.
Oh, it means something to us.
It definitely means something to us, celebrating the small wins, but also I'm gonna keep it a buck. Now I want this platform to grow. I want us to reach thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. But at the end of the day, if the 100 people that's rocking with us get it, then I feel like we're serving our purpose.
Right. Whoever we touch, as long as we touch somebody.
Ooh, whoever we touch, as long as we touch somebody. And if we've touched you, just do us a favor and drop something in the comments, like, share, and subscribe so other people can get that too. Let's not be selfish. Let's share.
Share
Let's
the love.
Okay? And people can't rock with us. They don't see us. They don't know where we at, and we here to support.
So, you ready for today?
I am.
This
I'm
our first
excited.
time back solo.
Solo in a long time.
Yeah, it's
Just
been a
me and you
minute.
chopping it up.
Just the two of us.
Hey,
So
we can make it if
Hey.
we try. Just the two of us. Okay, I'm sorry.
Girl, is you done? Is you finished?
I ain't sang in a couple episodes.
Right. And somebody told me that they like that.
Yeah.
That us find a song
To go with
with
the
everything.
vibe. Yes.
Everything. But
I was trying to be serious with them other folks.
yeah,
Go ahead. I'm
we
sorry.
can be us now. I mean, we was us with them too.
We definitely
but
was us then, but there's different levels to,
Yeah.
trying to give somebody a space to help us figure out how to help y'all get it as we share those stories. Let's go back.
To what?
So we've had people. I didn't think about this. We need to reiterate things that have happened, just in case you pulling up and you hadn't seen other episodes. So
Go back and watch.
Yeah, let's go back and pull up.
But we gonna give you a recap.
Yeah, a quick recap. So we had somebody, Moan, came, pulled up on us, talked about small business. She talked about her progress and how that worked for her experiences, things that I think everybody need to get. As far as, okay, people gonna jock your swag sometimes. How do you handle that?
And also knowing, a big thing I took from that is that episode was knowing that what's for you is for you.
Bingo.
Like that was a big takeaway from that.
Definitely
for me.
pull up on that. We had Malik on here. Malik talked about Cookout in the Solo. Before we move on, if you hadn't been seeing the flyer going around with the Cookout in the Solo, if you're in Southeast Arkansas, pull up on us. We're going to be doing some voters education stuff at the Cookout in the Solo. We ain't got it yet. Just like Malik said on that episode, we're going to be celebrated for our success and, being able to create a platform to figure out how to help us all get it.
That's May 4th at 12. I think it starts at 12.
Yeah, I think it starts at 12.
Yeah. Food, games, family, friends, good time.
Facts.
Vendors, out everything.
Jordan Park in the Solo pull up on us. The flyer's been going around for a couple weeks now.
And that episode that was a good one about the community engagement. And also how he started.
And how he started,
Yeah.
which was really good because he started straight out of his
dorm room.
And when people see people, they don't really understand like what they've done and how things have began because he literally started doing this to pay for school.
Right.
I thought that was so
never
dope.
knew that. That was
Yeah.
knowledge to me. That was like something new. That
God give you talents. You got to use those talents to help figure out how you're going to get where you get. So that was one. Then we talked with Kayla. Kayla pulled up and motherhood and becoming. That was an amazing episode. If you ain't checked it out yet, you better pull up because she had your girl crying.
She cried.
Yeah, that was real. That was real for me. That was a good episode. Definitely pull up on that one. Then we talked to Mike.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. I need Mike Jones. Okay, so pulled up. Mike talked about all the things that he's experienced along his journey. He out in Miami looking, he's one of the hoochie daddies out there now. He's making, he got a chick and I want to flick now.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, and then we talked also to the NAACP. We had a series episode with the NAACP state president.
Fun,
really, really fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully if you don't look at none of the other episodes, that is the essence of what we're trying to create, figuring out how to get it. And I think that's extremely important for us to go through the civic duty. We discussed civic duty. So that was really, really good. And he shared a lot of gems.
I learned a lot on that episode too. Yeah. I learned a lot.
Yeah, that was really good.
Because your girl's pretty green to that.
After you just said to call him green. You sitting up green. Green is that shirt.
Speaking of my shirt today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we gonna talk about college life, the ups, the downs, the experience, the good, the bad, the ugly of college. Yeah. So let's just, I guess, dive right in. What would you say your best college memory is?
My best college memory, if I'm really just being for real, had to have been, like we said before on the previous episode with Mike, that everybody from Southeast literally went to the UAPP. And just like experiencing them in a whole different space. Once you leave home, you get to become yourself. You get to be the truest version of yourself. So being able to be every day with my dogs, I remember. You hear me? And with turning the click up, I remember my fondest memory, which I when I say this is gonna be really weird. We went to a HBCU, going to the CAF, and music jumping, having a good time. Also, one of my fondest memories in that, because I'm really just talking about the experience, locking in with my people, had to been going to McDonald's and only having we had $10 together. And really wasn't even $10, man. I want to say we normally had like $7. And it'd be like 3 or 4 of us in the car. It's like, hey, bro, you gonna get a McChicken. We ain't getting no cheese though. McChicken, we gonna get a couple fries. We gonna get the drink, and we all gonna share food. That essence of taking care of each other. That was my greatest memory. Being with people who they lifetime friends. I ain't really know them, to be honest. I didn't know them until that.
I love that for you.
Yeah. What about you?
I love that for you, because my greatest memory was December 19th, graduating and getting up out of there.
For real?
What?
You was ready to go?
I was ready to go. And not to say that I had a bad college experience, and we gonna get into it, but mine just wasn't what you would expect. The typical, I was ready to go. I was happy to graduate and be done. Yeah.
What was it? Why was you so ready to be done?
Because it just wasn't I had fun in college. I made friends and all of that, but it just wasn't what you expect the college experience to be. I literally was went to work, went to school, went home. And so for part of it, I was staying at home with my mama. And so that was still her rules. She wasn't super strict, but still, it was her house, her rules. So
get into that though. Don't skip past that. Tell us about that experience, getting into college, not transgression. I don't want to say that, but the actual experience through that. What did that look like for you? First of all, start with what college you went to.
Initially, I was going to the community college in El Dorado, and me and my mom was actually going together for nursing. So I do just want to say, it's okay if you don't have your mind made up. Because I was a person that was just kind of all over the place. But I will say that, and we'll probably touch on this too, but I will say that I do feel like maybe you should kind of sort of have an idea before you just waste your time and money.
Emphasis on that money.
So, because I changed my major 4 or 5 times. And so then I decided, I stopped when I wasn't going to El Dorado anymore. And then I moved to Vegas for a little while. But then I came back, and that's when I went to UAM. Nothing more evil than a damn bowl evil.
Hey, I am tickled. I ain't never heard that before.
That's the thing. Is it on the shirt?
That's what they used to say.
That's the thing
no,
for the school.
It say once a week, always.
No, okay, that's what it say because it's an alumni shirt. But that's the thing. Ask anybody in UM. That's what it is. Ain't nothing more evil than a damn boll weevil. I didn't even know what a boll weevil was for the longest.
Tell the people what it is then.
It's a little bug or something that be on
it
cotton.
Protects the cotton or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
They eat the cotton, they protect the cotton.
All of that.
And then the boll weevils is the the male side of sports mascot, and then Cotton Blossoms is the female. Or is it that they changed it? You know, they've made some adjustments in college sports to
learn me some, cause
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. But so then when I came back from Vegas, that's when I went to UAM. But I was still living at home with my mom. So, and like the people that I was friends with, they were like my closest friends. They were in different places in out of state, like in college, except for one person. But even when she started in college, she was like out of town. So I was just like still at home with my mama, living by her rules. And she's like, if you know my mama, you know my mama. Like, so
shout out to her.
So there was that. And then like my first time, I'm gonna make sure I get this correct. Yeah, my first time like living on my own was with a boyfriend. We got an apartment together. Don't do that. It wasn't like a terrible experience or nothing, but yeah, just don't. Then like we broke up, and then I got my own place and all of that. So it got better. But yeah,
I don't know why I looked at the camera like I didn't do the same thing. But go ahead.
It was just like my college experience. Just yes, I went to the parties, I did all that, but it just wasn't like I didn't stay in a dorm. My closest friends I was spread out. I made new friends, but like my closest friends were all in different places. So I literally went to school, got my degree, graduated. That was it. So that was my greatest memory, graduating, getting out of there.
And then your experience a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what was your experience? Because I know
my experience was crazy.
You left Mama's house.
I left Mama's house. We talked a little bit about it on the episode with Mike about getting to UAPB, how I got there. Mm-hmm. I really did not want to go to UAPB. I don't think I
didn't want to go to UAPB.
I want to make that clear. I didn't want to go to UAPB. And it's because of the people in the community, the negative, the stigma.
That's kind of why I didn't want to go to UAM, though, because, they say you ain't much.
Yes, and I told you there was two for UAPB. You are probably bumming, and then you are probably black. Yeah,
probably black, yep.
And I didn't want that for me because I didn't understand what the essence of a HBCU looked like. I didn't know anything about, to be for real, I really didn't know about Howard, Morehouse, Spelman, UAPB, Arkansas Baptist, Philander Smith. I didn't know. I knew a lot of us were there, but I didn't know a lot of me was there.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm not better than anybody, to be clear, but people like similar to me, people who, wanted some, a different experience, a different life, I want to get it. And a lot of me was there. And I really, really am proud to be a Golden Lion.
UAPB
Golden Lions. And she, hey.
I am so dead.
I'm telling you, man, that experience of going to HBCU, I would do it again over 10,000 times over. And if it was anything different from UAPB, it'd be another HBCU. So my experience there, like, I went and people was like very similar to me. My music taste grew. Like my love for art grew. I didn't know a lot about that stuff. We got weird black people too. People who ain't just sports related or just like rappers. We got people, when I say weird, I want it to be clear, like different. And I loved the fact that I got to engage with the culture and learn so much. Mm-hmm. My first year was very tough though. I want to be clear. I stayed in a nice dorm. I was in the Delta in the honors dorm, over there in the bougie area. And I remember being on the basketball team, and at that time we weren't very good. And, I really didn't enjoy it, essentially, but I absolutely needed it, and I loved it, and I didn't enjoy losing. That was the number one thing.
Of course you didn't.
We didn't talk about me on the podcast. I didn't enjoy losing, but the essence of being a part of a team, and I'm really cool with those teammates right now. Like now, it's two of them I talk. They weren't even my teammates. They was grad assistants when I was there. I talked to them every single day. So that experience, like building friends and gaining friends, the experience that I got with like administrators and teachers. I come from a predominantly white community. I can count on my hand how many black teachers I had.
Really? Well, I mean, I can too. I don't know why I said that.
And when I say had, like the ones I had their class. So not like that I seen them.
Yeah.
But I had their class. I was an AP kid. There was no black AP teachers.
Did I have any black AP teachers? I don't think we did either.
Yeah. So that being able to have that, somebody who was holding you accountable, because I'm not acting like everything was good and gravy. They was tough.
Oh, yes, we did.
You know?
Miss Christy Ritchell. I never had her class, though.
Yeah. She's a superintendent now.
Shout out to you.
She's a superintendent at Dermot. But yeah, that right there, that experience was just really great, man. I became who I am because of that experience at UAPB. I also went to law school at Arizona State University. They don't touch UAPB.
Big flex.
I just want to be clear, like for real, I love those people. I enjoy my experience. I've met so many different people. They've expanded my life and my opportunity realm so much.
Do you keep in contact with anybody from there?
Yeah. Some of them I just got off the board, but because I was the president, the chair of the alumni board. But I just got off the board. But I still keep in contact with them. But it's not the same essence as that connection that I had at UAPB. And I'm just gonna be clear, it really ain't the same relationships. And I don't even gonna get too deep into that, to be for real. But yeah, I've been at a lot of schools.
We know.
Working in.
But you be graduating, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I do. I'll be graduating. We're gonna graduate for sure. You know? But if you don't, ain't no knock to that either. You got the college experience. I think everybody should experience it. It ain't a mandatory that you go to be successful.
Right.
I think everybody should get a little taste of what the college life looked like. Leaving your mama house for the first time. You remember being well, you didn't.
I didn't what?
Leave your mama house when you got to college.
Not right off the rip,
but being able to wake up when you wanted to wake up, eat what you wanted to eat.
Not having to make my listen.
I having to make your bed.
I mean, I make my bed, but some days you just don't. In my mama house, like you better make your bed.
Yeah.
Like make it. And you don't leave no shoes in the living room. Don't take them off when you can. Like, take them off.
Put them where they
in
go.
your room. So, when I had that, like, those little small things, it's way
it's a
different.
breath of fresh air.
What? When I've got to use a dishwasher, we had a dishwasher in our house. My mama never let us. We've never used that dishwasher in the house ever.
I never used the dishwasher in the house either. Ours broke at home, and I'm like,
who
was using it? Who was using it? Why are you using the dishwasher? Like it's not there for you to use it.
Man, what you using that for?
Yeah. Black mothers holding you the dishwasher.
Man.
Before you touch on that, it was something. Man, it was something that I wanted to say before we start laughing about dishwashers.
What was we saying? Leaving your mama's house.
Leaving your mama's house. Being able to like be on your own.
Wake up when you want to.
Oh, roommates. So you never had the roommate experience?
I had it outside of college as an adult.
You ain't like it there.
I will never, and they say never say, I will never have a roommate. My only roommate is going to be when I get married, my husband.
Yeah.
When I have kids, my kids.
Yeah.
No.
Never again.
Kudos to you. Cause
man, I had two. First of all, I want my UAPBians. This is what Mike was doing. My UAPBians. I want you to hear me when I say this. My first years at the Delta, I had an assigned roommate. She was cool. But when I say this, y'all, please, here we go. I'm hard body again.
Oh, gosh.
I don't like, because first of all, my old lady, we good. You know, I love her. It's different. When I wake up, why are you looking at me?
And
my roommate, man, I just felt like she ain't had nothing to do, maybe, But when I would wake up, I would look over there and she would be looking at me and that would piss me off.
That's creepy. So,
or like,
you gonna wake up, she gonna
Well, she wasn't crazy like that, but I felt like she was waiting for me to wake up so she could start talking.
Early in the morning, don't talk to me.
Early in the morning, around the clock of dawn, and I'm telling you, that was so weird to me. I didn't like that. My second roommate, I moved to the JBJ, which was the co-ed dorm. The honors dorm, the Delta was only when I was there. I think it may have changed. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that, but it was only females. The co-ed dorm was the JBJ. Litty. The JBJ was lit. When I say that, man, but I didn't really like my roommate there. That was my second bad experience. Like, She was worse than my first roommate. If I look over there and you looking at me, bro.
You never asked her why she was looking at you because you very like, you probably would have woke up like, boo, dang.
I don't even want to get onto it on the podcast, to be for real. Like, that's something we could talk about after.
Oh, you look like you getting pissed off.
I'm just reliving that experience of just like waking them, rolling over, or like coming in, or like just like I'm being quiet and I might turn and then I look. Why are you looking at me? It's to me that's like a biggest pet peeve. Like I do. What do you want? I couldn't do roommates.
What do you want from me?
I couldn't do roommates, and then I moved off campus also, and my first apartment was with my best friend, alcohol. And then also my girlfriend, she had a dorm, but she would be there all the time, so you might as well say she lived there.
How was that?
It was interesting.
To say the least.
It was interesting. Me and him was great, but she was interesting. Go ahead. We'll get to that.
No, to the next thing.
We'll get to that.
So just meeting new people, like party life, culture,
man,
college culture.
Man.
Fraternity, sororities, other things.
You want to pop this off?
Do I want to pop it off?
No.
I mean, I met some good people. I started slow. I met some good, easy to. I really did meet good people in college. Some people I still talk to. I never was a part of like Greek life.
Me either. I couldn't pledge, but I wanted to pledge. I mean, nothing against it. It just wasn't for me. That's not something that I had to do. I mean, I went to the parties and all of that, and everybody know I dated somebody that was part of one. So, but that wasn't for me. I really enjoyed the party life.
I did too.
First of all, I want to be clear. My sister like 7 years older than me, but I kind of like grew up with her. I would tag along all the time. My mama started like sending me with her, thinking that was gonna keep her from doing stuff. Mom, that didn't work. Clearly.
Did you used to be at the ones in Monticello at the fairgrounds?
I used to be at the fairground kicking it, boy. You hear me? I also used to be on campus at UAM, like just on campus at 15, 14 years old on campus kicking it. You know, but they didn't touch HBCU life. My first year at PB was untouchable. Untouchable. Had a great time. Homecoming was great. Everything after that was kind of mid compared to that. But everything was amazing, man. I really enjoyed the fraternity, sorority, people, and the cultures. I feel like that's even different at a HBCU. I feel like that's a deeper dive into stuff as far as like the I don't know how to explain it because I ain't in the life. Right. I want to be clear, I ain't in the life.
But you can just see, even from like...
They used to turn the yard up, man. It's a real battle between the K's and the Deltas. Like, for real, they was all so bad. I'm telling you, you ain't ever... everybody needed to experience HBCU life. That for real.
Did you ever, like, travel to other places for parties? Like, while you was in other college? Cause
we talked about that, UCA.
Oh, yeah, we did. But see, that was never...
Fayetteville, too.
So, with that, I never really... That's another thing about my college experience. I went to the parties, like, that they had in town, like in Monticello or at the Wilmer or whatever. Like, whatever was in there. I never really traveled to other... Until, like, maybe my senior year... We would go to Fayetteville from time. Now that...
Lady, the heel was turned.
Yes, because what it is now, because, you know, I'm up that way, is nothing like...
What it used to be. But it probably is the same. You just in a different space in your life.
We went to a party, because it wasn't on Dixie. It was at some other place they used. And it was... I think that was, like, the first time I went up there or whatever. And we walked in with the people we was with. And it was girls in cages, like at the college party, dancing in the cages.
They was too turned. They got that. Why? They was too turned.
In the cages dancing, and yeah. So, like when we started going up there, then that was like kind of different, a lot of different for me because I was just so used to like what UAM parties had to offer. Not to say that those weren't lit, because they were, you know, they was cool too. But that was just totally different. But that didn't happen for me until like I was like a senior in high school, maybe my first getting ready to go into college. But after that, it kind of like died down.
So for me, when I think about parties, I remember swag surfing. Boy, swag surfing used to be so turned up out there. I'm telling you, that used to be a good time, man. And at PB, we would have like pageants and stuff. That was really like the events of the year. Going to different pageants and things like that, and being able to, they used to stroll and stuff like that. So, but it was like the prime. First of all, DJ Bruce, shout out to DJ Bruce. Dude used to go crazy on not the aux, but on the turntables, man. He used to go crazy. Being able to drop different music that everybody in the building knew. I feel like, the S's ain't the same everywhere.
It's not, and a part of me wish I would have got to experience something like that, because, like I said, that what I experienced in Fayetteville, that was just that one
probably
little
watered
time.
down.
And then
get money.
Nothing else after that
money.
other than
damn boy fresh.
It's just not the same.
Stunning. When I walk by, even smell like money.
It's not the same at all.
Not the stain.
I just know from even like watching other people that would go to parties there, like watching they
Snapchat story lit.
And
Snapchat story lit, especially at the pageants.
They having fun.
Don't miss a pageant. Oh. Okay. All right. We okay.
Our pageants. It's just
don't miss, boy. I had an amazing experience in college, and with that being said,
I do want to say, though, this just came to my mind. So I say that it went down as far as the party, whatever, aside from when I went to college up there in Fayetteville. But when Malik came and started doing his, that did kind of
brought to life.
Yeah.
Because he's the life of the party.
Yeah. So I do want to shout out to Malik. So for my personal college experience, I can't speak for people that was like before me or those that come after. But when he came, he turned it up. I will say that changed, made it better. So
all right, what else
we got? So when you was going to these parties, who you was going with? Was you in a relationship?
It was always absolutely
was you
not.
Sneaking and geeking?
It was always me with like my teammates. Like my first year for sure, I was always with them. We'd always go out together. Everything after that was like my dogs. I ain't going. Why I'm pulling up to the beach with sand?
So you weren't ever doing no sneaking and geeking?
I wasn't pulling up to the beach with no sand. You asked me who was I going to the parties with.
Okay, when you wasn't at the parties,
I was with the basketball team. Or I was with my homies. Go on and get what you trying to get.
So you ain't have no sneaking and geeking times?
Now, when I say that, you started off with parties, and then you got into like sneaking and geeking.
Okay, so if you was sneaking and geeking, you probably didn't. Let me go back.
Yeah.
You probably wasn't with them at the party if you was sneaking,
because I want to do that.
Right. That's
do that.
You don't want y'all.
Ain't nobody on here who watches and went to school with me can run back and say sneaked and geek with some X, Y, and Z.
Oh, so you was a real sneaky link.
Oh, 007.
Sneaky.
The only people who knew would be the JVJ staff.
Why would they know?
Folks was gonna jump the fence to come see E.
So you like that?
Folks was gonna jump the fence to come see E. I got kicked out. Funny, the Plex. You know what the Plex is?
No.
That's the first door that most people go to, the Plex. They done kicked me out the Plex at 2, 3 in the morning.
What?
I had to.
You was sneaking and geeking?
I was in there sleep.
Oh.
Y'all, they done sent me. The dean done sent me. First of all, he wild when he see this. Send me some paperwork. Send me some paperwork.
At 2 in the morning?
No.
But I'm saying they came and got you
yes,
at 2 in the morning?
Yes, they got me at 2 in the morning, kicked me out, I had to go back to my dorm. So they done sent me some paperwork. I had to go see the dean, like on some due process stuff. I go see the dean, I get up in there, he really laughing. He geeked up. Aaron, you can't be doing X, Y, and Z. You're banned from the Plex.
Somebody told on you?
I don't know how. I really don't know how. I think I was an amateur. I want to say it was something goofy like my ID. Like you had to sign in, check in, and leave your ID. I want to say they still had my ID, so they may have been trying to figure out if I left or not. But how I signed in, they came and reported to the room, I think.
Dang, friend. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, it was trash. But my boy said I was banned from the Plex. First of all, how you gonna ban me off one incident? Make it add up. Make it make sense.
You weren't going back over there to sneak and geek no more.
jumped the JBJ fence. It ain't nothing. Stuff was going.
You had multiple sneaky links in college?
No.
Just one?
Go ahead. Tell me. I know you had a few.
I did. Not because I was in a relationship for like 3 or 4 years, but when we had our like on and off, I've been having the same sneaky link for a long time. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah, y'all weird.
But I don't even know. Like, do that even count as sneaky at this point?
Yes, it does. Because you specifically said it's something about not being out in public.
But
Definitely
we done been out.
It don't matter, but people don't know that's what's going on.
No,
so
they
that's
don't
still
know.
a sneaky link.
Would you ever like date a sneaky link?
Absolutely not.
Me either. Okay,
Absolutely
that's me. Wait, I'm 29. 10, 11 years.
I'll be embarrassed to say I sneaked with the link.
I ain't embarrassed about it, but
I am. If I ain't trying to talk to you like that, I don't want nobody to think.
You feel like I should be embarrassed because you know.
I ain't gonna say be embarrassed, but what you wasting your time for? That's what my embarrassment be about. Yeah, what we doing?
But that's like a true sneaky link. Was yours a true sneaky link? Like, I'm talking about, to this day, don't even have phone numbers exchanged.
Oh, no, y'all weird.
How is that?
Y'all been talking too long. That's so weird.
Well, anyway. I wouldn't date my sneaky link either, though. Did you ever catch feelings for your sneaky link?
Absolutely not.
I never caught feelings for my sneaky link either. I didn't. You looking at me like I'm lying, but I really didn't.
I'm letting you tell your story.
I didn't. But I'm trying to think. We lived together, so it really, I was faithful until he cheated on me. Well, I cheated too. That was the only time I ever cheated, though. Disclaimer. I only cheated that one time.
I am too tickled.
So, yeah, anybody else I talked to, people probably knew about it. It wasn't no.
College dating was wild, though. I remember girls at UAPB having, and I'm getting into that, when people be coming offline and it's like 3 or 4 girls there for the same dude. That is hilarious to me.
Well, he was already one when I met him.
Yeah, well, I ain't saying you. I'm talking about that experience in college watching that.
But I've seen it, yeah.
That is hilarious.
They come with their balloons.
Yeah, so dating in college is wild. It's a microcosm of the world when you go to college. So seeing everybody think it's exclusive and, you found out this going on.
One time at a probate, somebody I knew, this girl, I think they had to like pick a girl and dance, and she thought he was coming to her.
And wouldn't.
He went, oh my gosh, I was embarrassed for her.
She goofy.
He might have been feeding her. I don't know. Maybe he was feeding her, telling her a dream.
She knew what it was and what it wasn't.
Imagine being there for somebody and got gifts.
That is hilarious.
And then they just like, nope, I'm going to her. This who I'm with. This is.
She knew what it was and what it wasn't.
I wouldn't recommend. Well, he was the guy that I dated. I think he was like kind of freshly. I would not recommend that because they be having like hoes coming from girls and guys.
Different area codes. Area codes.
If you got to be a strong individual to be in that position.
Yeah, I took an L a time or two. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I dated this K in college, bro. I'm just looking back to see, I was very toxic to even think that was gonna work. I used to be like helping the K's, like they would be like, hey, can you ask Aaron to come do X, Y, and Z? All the graduate advisors like knew me and stuff like that. I ran into one the other day, and it really took me to even be able to still be attached to that person. He's like, I remember you was with such. Why would you say that in front of my? But it's okay. It's okay. She didn't know any better. So I just had to let that ride.
Why you say it was toxic to think that it
because
would work?
Like we remember your first love. No, you just remember your first love. He's like, what was you doing? What was I doing?
Tripping.
Yeah.
Tripping hard.
What was I doing? It just didn't add up. It don't make sense now that I think about it. That was your first love? Yeah. Yeah. I paid for them letters. I want the A and the K.
That was.
She can have the A. I'll take the A and the K at this point. I want the pink and green. I should be wearing it at this point.
Girl,
Yeah, I was a fool.
Not you paid.
I was a fool in love.
Woo. Ooh.
Full in love. I paid for over half of it. Then I'm really wild. I got 3 of my closest friends. I called them. We was $300 short. They gave me $100 a piece. That's how solid my friend group. I'm saying that because that's wild, but that's how solid my friend group is. Because if I need anything, they was gonna make it happen.
Did you tell them what it was for?
Me, huh?
You told them what it was for?
Yeah. They happily sent their money. They wasn't tripping. They solid. Couldn't call you, huh?
I'd be like, I ain't saying I wouldn't, but I'm gonna ask some questions.
Yeah,
before
well, my girlfriend Tom, she came from a different background, different family. She didn't have a lot of support, and I was that person. I was gonna make it happen by any means. She really blew it when she did what she did.
You was the one that got away. You her one that got away.
Gonna forever be, all of them.
I feel like that too.
She wild. My dad paid for her first car.
I know you a fat face on a lie.
My dad paid for her first car. Now, with the essence of that being said, she paid him back over time. But my dad was like,
I mean, but still,
because this is still college experience, right? This is the first love when you being released from your mama. You know, you getting out there, you experience life. I'm cool with sharing it because I done did some goofy stuff in my lifetime.
Me too.
Like just think you love somebody, right? So I was like, I'm getting ready to graduate, so I'm doing my internship in Star City. Shout out to the GOAT, Becky Brown. She just took another job up here at Pulaski Academy. Shout out to her while I'm on it. But I was going to have to drive down there every morning. The practice started at like 7:30, so it was like a 45-minute drive down there. So I'm like, man, I'd take her. She got an internship, but I take her to work every day. Now, she's staying with me off campus most of the time, so I'm driving to take her to work. I'm going to class if she needs to be picked up, go to class. I'm doing all this. Right, so I'm like, man, she don't really got no family. Her mom was like addicted to drugs and stuff like that, so she had a lot going on. I'm like, yeah, we gonna make this work. So I called my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I got this friend. I got my friend, because he done met her before. Like my friend, she need X, Y, and Z, but that I really like. We gotta help because I'm her only transportation. She can't, provide for herself. Blah 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 blah. My dad was like, okay, send the bread. Dead serious.
What's the goofiest thing that you did in college?
That? I just told you the goofiest things I done did.
That's the goofiest thing.
Goofy.
That's pretty goofy.
Need to be cast in Disney. Need to be casted in Disney.
I don't know what's the goofiest. Actually, getting into it over a man. When
scrapping, you done had a fight.
Nah, that was
you done been out here fighting over him.
That was not over a man. Well, kind of, but no, that was after college.
No,
I do not be fighting people. I do not
anymore. Healed.
Anyway, moving on. So. No. Your bad experience. Let's get on these financial aid folks.
Financial aid at PB was wild. I just remember, first of all, there's no parking near this building. So you're having to, either park one at the Plex or park behind, I can't even remember what the building was called, but park over there by the Fine Arts building and stuff like that. You really ain't supposed to be parking over there. But you got to figure out where to park just to walk all the way across campus near the bell tower to go to the financial aid building. So why everybody on campus needs financial aid? Why is the financial aid building the hardest building to get to be assessed to?
It wasn't hard to get to our financial aid building, but they always was busy and was not trying to make no time.
And people think it's just HBCU financial aid because, we loud about that. We get really angry about that. But everybody financial aid place really be mid.
They was rude too. Some of them, not all of them.
How you mad at me about my money? Run me the funds.
Speaking about the money, okay, the TSU, how they done? If they done, y'all done.
Since we talking about college experience, college life, and we've mentioned
money.
HBCUs on the Native Land podcast. I'm gonna keep repping them every single time. I want our fans, our people, my family. I want y'all to start listening to the Native Land podcast because they talk about things we really need to be listening to regarding maybe it be civic duty, policies, different things that are being passed, the election. They talk about so much. we checked out a podcast and they was talking about how Tennessee State University's board of directors, the whole board was excused from their duties. They removed them from the board because they were demanding that the state of Tennessee pay them the $2 billion that they've been owed in underfunding. Now, with that being said, they ain't got $2 billion. They damn so ain't fit to give us $2 billion.
But to just wipe out the whole and not even try to be like, okay, we can give you a little bit over, like do it over time or something. Just you ain't getting your money. We just finna change out
the whole board.
That's crazy.
So you stand on business, and we fit all go to hell. That's what they said.
Like, y'all mad because I'm asking for my money?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's my money and I want it now.
Yeah, and expeditiously is what the board said, and they removed all them people from their space, and it's really crazy to me. I'm glad you brought that up because I really forgot about that.
I've been thinking about that ever since I listened to it because that's crazy.
Do you ever remember the exact numbers? I forgot to look it up. But the exact numbers for the funding for a student at a HBCU compared to a student at a PWI.
I don't remember the exact number, but I know it was a
was it 4,000 to like 12,000? It was somewhere in that area where it was like, what in the world?
Too big of a gap.
How do you expect these institutions to provide the appropriate resources and equitable education if you're not supplying them with the funds, at least equal to the funds that you're giving students at other institutions?
Crazy.
Absolutely blasphemy. But okay. What else we got?
I mean, we done covered
we didn't get into the goofy. Yo, goofy mama, did you actually tell me one?
My goofy?
I said you was out there fighting.
That wasn't in college though. That was after college.
Okay, well you never really gave us a goofy moment.
A goofy?
The goofiest thing you did in college.
What's the goofiest thing I did in college?
You ain't make no list, did you?
Okay, no.
Making sure.
Okay, so it was while I was in college, but in my relationship while I was in college. So, you know how before they changed the phones, like you used to, even if you deleted the message, you could type something in and it'll pop up. So I promise it was an accident. I accidentally. You was a part of this because I was only with him because you had called me.
Wait a minute.
And told me he had been talking to somebody.
Wait a minute.
That we know. And so I done got mad and went to his mama house. He was at his mama house. Went to his mama house. Anyway, I think it was around Christmas or maybe it wasn't a holiday. But I'm going to tell you off camera who.
Please do, because I'm confused.
Forgot you was in this. You was in this. You was the reason why I was mad and got up and went to this man mama house. But anyway.
Is this the same person who...
you talking about the boy or the girl?
Okay, wait. Is this the same individual who had somebody call my phone and leave a voicemail?
No.
Okay. Because that was wild.
Oh, you know what?
I wish I could play it back.
During that.
Yeah.
That was a bunch of goofy stuff. I forgot I was in college. Okay, so I climbed through a window one time.
Wild time.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Climbed through a window just to see this man lay in the bed with the girl. Naked. Both of them.
Not you climbed and looked
I
in the window.
did.
What did you do after you seen it?
I punched him. I was punching him and then I broke his TV. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You should be sorry.
We're past those motives.
Yeah, I don't do that now because I did wrong here recently and I just was like, you know what?
I just want to be clear.
I don't want you to be a part of my life.
You ain't got done wrong. Them folks, you knew who them people was.
No,
we take a responsibility in 24.
Okay. I kind of got done wrong.
Nope. She knew what she was doing.
But anyway, so yeah, that was a goofy time. No. But the goofy time I was talking about the you before I thought about that. I forgot I was in college during that. Oh my gosh. So I didn't try to like type that in the phone. I don't even know how I got to it, but it was like I guess I accidentally typed in a B. And so this name popped up. It was like a you could tell it was like a girly nickname. It had emoji beside it. So I'm like, who's this? Whose name is it? I don't know. Who's this? And so he was like, that's what I used to have such and such name saved as. The girl that he had cheated on me with. Because we worked through our differences and we had got back together.
Because clearly you probably been doing it too.
Listen, we all make mistakes and do things that we are not proud of. But anyway, so He was like, that's what I used to have such name saved as. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, how did you even get to that? So I just told him, like, because I didn't do it on purpose. Like, if I wanted to do it on purpose, I would have typed in a word, not just an accidental letter. So he was like, let me do it to your phone, because he thought I did it on purpose. And at this time, I didn't know that deleted messages would pop up. Okay? No, I was not cheating at this time, but I had deleted the messages from when I did cheat, and we had already talked and got past this. So
Apple will do it every time on it.
He started typing in some outrageous words. So I'm like, who do you think I am? Why would anybody text this? So then he typed in like more common stuff like, what's up? What you doing? And so all these messages
embarrassing
popped up like from multiple individuals. Well, not multiple, but a couple people that had those, hey, what's up? And so, yeah, that was dumb. It was
very goofy.
That was dumb. But anyway, the reason why I was there was even dumb. I shouldn't even went. Like, you called, you was looking out for me. It wasn't on some messy stuff. You was just like,
I want to know what I did, because it sounded messy.
You done let me know, like, that him and somebody, a mutual person that we know, was like conversing and talking and doing all that. And so I don't think they was like messing around, but they was like talking, flirting on the phone, like texting. I don't know if you seen the proof or if this girl just told you, but I went to his mama's house, and like, why would I do that?
Why was he at his mama's house?
Because it was a break, I guess. That's why I feel like it was a holiday, because he wasn't in Monticello.
All right, we're going to have to talk about this, because I got to...
But yes, but that so I graduated college in 2019. But if that 2018 to 2019 year with that voicemail and them folks,
that is hilarious.
We can do a whole episode.
I'll never forget that voicemail.
I think I still got it too. I'm never deleting it. Never.
That is probably the goofiest thing.
Putting that on a diss track. You know, I can't even rap. I'm making a diss track and I'm putting that on the end.
I might put that on this episode.
But
to be for real.
Yeah. So that was a time.
I can't do that. They might know the voice.
I don't know. We'll have to listen and see. But yeah, that situation alone could be 2-3 episodes. But anyway, yeah, I had some goofy times.
I think I'm feeling like I want to go viral. I'm really thinking about that, adding that. Okay, moving on. Let's get back to what the point of the episode is. All right, so we talked about a little bit about, you brought up years. We didn't really talk about the years that we went to school. I think it's important though, so you can understand the movement, the things that was going on at the time. I went to school right after high school. From 2013, I graduated fall 2016, but I stayed an extra semester. I was able to go to grad school for that semester or whatever on the school. I was like a graduate assistant for the athletic department. But then after I left that HBCU life, I literally went to law school. I went to Arizona State, and I keep saying law school. I don't have a JD. I got a master's in sports law and business. And that experience, I feel like UAPB prepared me to be into the real world and the essence of that. We talked about on the previous podcast how, you know, people, I want to be in a diverse world, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You got all your life to be in those realms where you don't really see a lot of versions of yourself. So I'm glad I got the UAPB, and they prepared me to go out into the world and not see that. I really feel like that's the only reason I was able to go to Arizona State and really be successful. Great people, but just being able to go there first and then experience that.
So you went through like non-stop and took no breaks?
Yeah. So I graduated in 2016. I did a grad semester 2017 spring at UAPB, and then I left that fall and was at Arizona State for that fall. And then by the next summer, I had graduated again, and then I started working. So
just for your like bachelor's, you graduated in high school in 2013 and graduated college in 2016.
Fall 2016.
See, two totally different paths, but either way is fine.
Yeah.
Because for me, I graduated high school in 2012, and I went, and then I took a break, I stopped, then I went back, changed my major a couple times. I think Moan kind of hit on this on her episode, how she changed majors and she was there for a while. And that was me. Like, I graduated high school in 2012, 12 and I graduated college in 2019. Now, granted, I didn't go that whole span to college, but that's still a long time. That's why in the beginning I said not knowing and not having it all figured out is okay, but kind of sort of have a plan so you don't waste your time, your money. That's like money you got to pay back, time you can't get back. Like, I just feel like people should find what works best for them and kind of have a plan as to what they want to do or how they want to navigate through life. Because, I mean, and then you got people out here with degrees and can't find a job. Right.
Can't find a job in the thing that they really want to do.
Don't know what to do with it.
Don't know what to do with it. And then on top of that, they've spent thousands of dollars. Like, some people have spent like $100,000 on their degree. I got a homeboy, I love him to death, but he went to school, he was in school for a very long time, then he got his graduate degree, all in education, and he don't even know that's what he want to do no more. He owes so much in student loans. You know, now he's, married, he's trying to figure out his life, what he's going to do, and just like, had he had a plan, or had he like, had somebody to talk to them. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of the people who watch our podcast, you guys have children, have those conversations with your kids.
Right.
College is great. It's great, but you also spending money to be there.
Right.
You need to kind of figure out what it is you want to do.
Stuff like that start in the home.
Absolutely. My mom, it was like an expectation for me to go to college, but we never talked about college.
Right. We didn't.
My mom didn't go to college. She can't tell me nothing about that.
Same. Neither one of my parents went. So
my dad went, but my I don't have that relationship with my father for us to really talk about that.
I think my dad has a GED. I think he's very intelligent, but just his background, where he come from.
It's a little different.
Yeah. So that conversation, it was just expected for me to go to college, and that's it. Like, you're going to college.
All right, and then when you go to colleges, you got to get in the right spaces so you can get the appropriate resources. Mm-hmm. You listening to your advisor. Sometimes, I'm going to be for real, your advisors don't know what the hell they be talking about.
No. Sometimes they there just to get their check.
Yeah.
And then do your classes and send you back the way.
Lots of stories on being on the collegiate athletic side. Student athletes being enrolled in courses that just going to keep them eligible, and they're not courses towards their degree, which is why the NCAA now has that thing where you have to be so much % each year towards your degree in order for you to be eligible, because people just take classes that they can pass instead of, getting in the right spaces to complete their degree.
Right.
And with that being said, a lot of people just be being misguided. You got to get in those spaces, learn what you're supposed to learn so you can get the appropriate resources and skills to finish.
Facts.
Factually. I got you.
But yeah, just I guess we ain't got it yet. Our point is how to get it is to make sure you have that some sort of a plan to go by, some sort of structure. Yes, we go to college, have a great college experience, do all the things, experience the party life, all of that, but know why you're there.
Right. No, why you're there. Don't never forget
why am
that.
I here? And what am I doing to make sure that I get it?
Right.
Because I ain't got it yet, but that's why I'm here, to get it.
You seen them people who they basically became locals. They be on campus every year. Why are you still hanging out here? Why are you still here? Like, enjoy yourself.
Right.
But get what you're supposed to get and get gone.
Get gone.
Get gone.
My grandma said, get the mud hug.
Yeah.
Shout out to Granny, because Granny be tuned in. Granny 85. Granny be tuned in.
Yeah. And then a lot of things, like, people get in those spaces and then they like fail and they feel like a failure and they drop out and then like they kind of don't know what to do with themselves. I feel like I've shared this before on social media, but I got kicked out of college. Not undergrad.
I remember you telling me that.
Not undergrad. It was my doctorate. I had a lot going on at that time period. And as I say this, hopefully somebody knows somebody at Arkansas State to figure out how to help me out. But I got kicked out in the fall semester of like the second year of my doctoral degree. It's only take like 3 years to graduate or whatever. So at this point, I have 41 hours. Okay. I'm sorry, it was the spring. Yeah, it was the spring. I end up, advisors. Here we go. Advisors. She throws me into another class. I'm a college coach at this time. Director of operations. She throws me into a class saying I gotta complete this or I can't finish my degree. It has to be this semester. I'm like, how I'm gonna pay for this one? Because I'm not making a lot of money at the university. Because the university I was going to school that I was working at, I'm not making a lot of money. 1, 2, I'm very overwhelmed. I have a lot going on. She put it on my schedule anyway. So at this point, I'm in 10 hours, 10 graduate degree hours. I'm a full-time coach. Our head coach stepped down in the middle of the year, put a lot of pressure on us, a very young staff, to, try to win, get the right people on the team, doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm completely over operations. I'm handling all this in my first year being a doughboy. It was really a lot. And they kicked me out of school. I did not. I want to say that I had a lot going on. I was seeing a therapist and stuff. A lot of new things. Life was life, and a lot of new things. I did not communicate. Mm-hmm. I didn't communicate. I didn't tell the people what was going on. I failed my dissertation course, not because I wasn't capable, but because I just didn't do the course. Mm-hmm. So I had 9 hours. There was like real content courses and 1 hour dissertation. I had 2 A's and 1 B, and then I failed that 1 hour course. They kicked me out of school. I had a 3.8. I went from a 3.8 to a 3.6. Wow. 41 hours that I've paid for. At this point towards a doctoral degree. So I've had to completely, I left school for a year. I ended up getting a master's in public administration. It kind of rerouted me, and I think it worked out for my benefit in the end. But those hours I can't get back. That time I put into that degree, I can't get back. The university had no care about me as a student and an employee. Right. Of what I was experiencing, and then tried to figure out what was going on with me. That's why it's important for you to pick the right schools too. Right. Because I feel like the place that I end up landing, I go to the Southern Arkansas University. I'm getting my doctorate degree there. They care. I've talked to those people. I'm trying to figure out some details on a few things to speed up my process in some areas. And I call. Them folks don't got my number saved on their office phone. When they hear my voice, they know who they talking to. And my advisor, she reaches out.
That's tough
the people.
Look for.
I talked to the dean the other day, and she's and just really talking, shooting the crap, having a good time on the phone like she don't got nothing to do. I didn't get that same experience at Arkansas State. They were great educators, but the relationships, they were non-existent. My advisor didn't vouch for me. She did not care about the space that I was in at that time. I put in a...
Because they could have easily looked at your background and seen that you are...
I'm a phenomenal student.
Right. That could have easily been...
I got degrees on degrees. And you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I am a phenomenal student. So for you not to give me the opportunity, the chance, because this is what the handbook says, was on...
Degrees on degrees.
Yeah, degrees on degrees. I'm very hurt. I'm very hurt by the university and what happened. So again, I say that to say, pick the right university, go off of your gut, the relationships, those intangibles are the things that matter most, man.
And that's a word.
Yeah.
So that wraps up college life.
College life.
You ready for your eek?
I love college. You don't remember that song?
No.
I love drinking. I don't even remember who it was who came up with that song.
No. What's your eek? You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I always give y'all stuff I've been and experienced throughout the weeks. I hate pessimists. And when I say pessimists, I mean just the most petty jokers who always got something. We all be done seeing what happened, but it don't bother us because it's nothing like, okay, cool, what we gonna do about it? Or does it really matter? Does it demand our attention? Mm-hmm. The pessimists who got to point out every single little thing that happened. When it happened, and then you want me to spend my time on discussing that.
For what?
For what? Okay. Yes, okay. What now?
Okay.
And? Like, okay, all right. Then what are you complaining about? What are you complaining for? Like, I weirdos.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Which we
right.
Mine, y'all don't mind me. But this one not too bad, so calm down, everybody. Sagging. Why are you sagging? What, like...
Ew. Ew.
Why is that a thing? And then, to take it a step further, the people that sag with belts on...
Weirdos. Why you got a belt on?
Like, it...
Because it's fake.
And then you can't even walk. You got to hold your pants, walking like you got a wedgie, like...
The kids, like, you would hate being at the junior high. The kids always trying to say...
Y'all need to do what they used to give them zip tie things. Y'all need to go back to that. Because pull your pants up. Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
I like that.
Man. But yeah, that's mine. Don't be sagging. But anyway.
I don't understand why. First of all, I feel like if you understood the history,
then you would
sagging,
not be
then you
doing
wouldn't
that.
be walking around with your butt hanging out. Some kids at school, first of all, they young boys, so they like you ain't even wiping your butt good for you to be sagging. Why? What is that, a stain?
Got the stain.
I tell them that like as a joking thing, like it's a stain on your drawers. No, it ain't. How would you know? You can't see your butt. I'm looking at it. So of course that immediately make them snatch it up because do I got a stain?
Right, now you self-conscious, man. Now you gonna always have your pants up. But yeah, so don't be a pessimist, Don't sag. Pull your britches up, please, and thank you. And we are ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Weekly Heat. Weekly Heat. Love that for us.
There you go.
With this, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to deliver this message. I be feeling like a preacher sometimes when I come to the Weekly Heat because I want to drop some real knowledge and I hope you take it and absorb it. Okay, with us talking about the college episode and like different paths. I don't know if we made it particularly clear. You talked about having a plan. College ain't the way for everybody.
It's not. It's not. And don't let anybody guilt trip you or make you feel bad if you don't want to do that. Do something. Have a plan. Have a plan. But the plan don't always have to be college.
Yeah. It don't always got to look like my success don't look like her success.
Right.
Was for her, it's for her. Was for me, it's for me. And I just need to follow my own path. Mm-hmm. Okay, and as I enter the word path, follow with me now to verses. I'm just playing. as I enter my path.
You gotta say amen.
Yeah, when you gotta say amen. The Weekly Heat for this week is create your own path. You can't go down to such and such path thinking that that's gonna get you where you supposed to go. I seen her do it, so I should do the exact same thing that she did. Do you?
Do you, boo?
Do you, boo? And don't allow anybody else to transform your vision. Your vision is your vision. God made you feel that way. He gave you those thoughts. He gave you those ideas for you because he knows that you are capable. Don't follow nobody else's path. Take a look at it. Figure out what you may be lacking and where you could go or where you couldn't go based on that. But do you, boo? Your vision is your vision.
Period. Do you, boo-boo?
All right, then.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, all the things. And we'll see y'all next week.
Cause I be damned if I don't get it for my children's children. And that's real.
Tell the truth, how I feel. Like I'm the only one that's real. Can't be the only one that feels like holding you real tight till midnight. Tell me how you miss free throws, that's 3 points on the field. You think about another nigga, wanna be on pivot, you're confused.